Hey YouTube, this is Pawpaw. I want to do a video today. I'm going to show you a climb. Tell you what all I'm doing as far as this upcoming season here in 2024. I'm Pawpaw. I live in Texas. Hunt the piney woods of East Texas, and saddle hunter. The gear that I have today, I've got the Latitude SS carbon sticks. I've got 3 of those. We're going to be doing that. I've also using the tethered Phantom XL saddle. Used that for a long time. Also, I have a Arsenal Hunt razor. I've got the original. I've done a few modifications on most of this gear. I've done a few mods to kind of make them my own. I've got some other things that I've thrown in that works for me. But we're going to try to climb this tree right here and try to show you. I should be able to get up. My platform should be able to be about 23 feet. Should be 22 to 23 feet. So I'll show you that to you here in a minute with my climbing method. And so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we've got this tied on. What I normally do, I'll normally go ahead and get my first stick put on the tree. I love these Latitude sticks. They are awesome. Awesome sticks. What we're gonna do, we're gonna throw it up as high as we can get. High as we can get. All right. Kind of just a little bit. There we go. Because what I want to do, you notice I'm on my tiptoes. If the top of that stick is above my thumb, that's 7 foot. Now I know this stick is going to sag some, so I'm putting it up a little bit higher. So we're gonna there we go. I didn't do that right, but we're good. We are good. That'll work. Then what I do, again, having to stretch. Yeah, old man stretch like this. What I'll do to make sure and tighten up this rope is I'll put this connection method. I'll put it behind the stick, give it a top, and that is tight right there. That is tight right there. I'm gonna put us a loop in there, make it easier to take off. I'm gonna pull the stick down. I'm gonna pull the stick down. Now what we're gonna do, I'll put my aider on. 5-step aider here. I think those things are gonna be in the way. You wanna put a aider on, what you wanna do is kind of make sure everything's straight. I know that my black diamond label, I know that needs to be up here. And this is what's going to allow me to inch my way up there. This is how I put my sticks on. I've got these just regular old dump pouches. Bought these from Amazon. You take everything out of them, they got a lot of rigidity. Sticks go on this way. They went on easy. We're good to go. We are good to go. There we go. Got my limans, got my tether. Both of these I bought from Tether. Now something you probably don't notice is I used to have them girth hitched on here, and I found it was too much fiddle factor. I'm standing on the top stick and I'm ready to get on my platform, but I got to get my tether around the tree first. This is quicker. I can pull it off. I can unscrew this, take this off. I'll tighten it back up so it doesn't fall off the loop, and then I can go ahead and tie in versus trying to undo a girth hitch, put it on the tree, then girth hitch it. So that's the reason. I know this adds a little bit of weight, but I'll take the weight over because of the convenience. So we're going to put this around the tree here. Before I leave the ground, I do try to make sure that I have a kind of a little checklist, okay? My backpack is tied on. I got my platform. My sticks are both on. I should be good to go. So we're going to go ahead and start trying to climb this tree here. And when you step into this aider, you know, you're going to step straight down, put your toe against the tree. That's going to tighten up this main section, and plus it's going to bring these steps out so that you can get into it a lot easier. I've been doing this with my mud boots. This is even easier with these boots. So now we're going to tighten up. I love those Ropeman's. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this A-tray. I'm going to take it off of this loop, bring it up between you. I'll bring it up between my legs, put it over. Now we're going to set our next stick. We're going to set our next stick. Again, we're going to do the same thing we did before. Yeah, I got it right that time. Look, that clip messed me up. But again, I'll wrap it around there. It really tightens up the amstel rope. Put me a loop. Put this in the middle. And make sure your steps are all the way they're supposed to be. Yeah. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get up on this stick. It's the same getting up on the third stick. So we're going to go ahead and cut to that, and then we're going to get up and show you how I put my platform and a couple other things. I got my backpack. Show you how I get all that set up. Okay, here we are. We're up at the top of the tree. Basically, this is my third stick. The top of this stick, this should be 22 feet. So we're going to try to put our platform right here. I don't know if we got it on video, but you have this limb right here, and I showed how you balance on the atria, and basically you go from one rope to the other, and you go around the tree. So I'm tied in, okay? I'm tied in, and with this here, if something catastrophic was to happen, I'm not falling that far. So anyway, we're going to put our platform on there. Again, this is the Arsenal Hunt platform. I never could get, they show the videos on YouTube of them tying that rope with the bracket and everything. I never could master it, I guess. So what I did, I ended up going back. I ended up going back to the cam buckle. Let's see here. I went back to the cam buckle here. That's what we're going to do here. Now that button on this Arsenal, on this razor, that button is not that big. Okay, and so because if you replace the button, then the platform itself will not fold down like it needs to. I can put that on there. And what I'll do is pull it down. There we go. Let's take that up. All right, I've already got my bridge halfway brought out. Now I'm going to get my line off of my tether. See how quick that was to take that off? A whole lot quicker than trying to undo a daisy chain. Flip in. Always make sure you shut your gate. Whew. Now I've been up here for a few minutes. My feet are kind of tired. What I'll do is I'll sit here and I'll rest just for a few minutes. If my feet's tired. Tree. I like my tether height to be down a little bit. But you've always got this issue of, especially on a tree like this, it's not the smoothest tree, but it's not a pine tree. And pine trees don't catch it, keep it from falling down if there's slack in here. Sometimes it'll fall down on a tree like this. Here's my solution, a little paper clip from the office. Stick it in there, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. So now I've got my bridge, everything is tied in. Now what we're going to do, get that out of the way. Little clue, so there was last minute change. I wasn't going to put the platform on the other side. That's the reason the backpack was on the other side of my sticks. You need to be careful because if your backpack's over here, and you did exactly what I did, I got on this side, you start yanking up on the pull-up line, you're going to hook one of your sticks and it's going to come loose. So that's the reason I kind of moved it around here. You can tell how high I am because that line is 25 feet. And look at it. I mean, there's no slack in that line. There's no slack in that line. So now what I'm going to do, next thing I need to take care of, is get my gear holder. I have a hip strap, and I like it. The problem is there's a lot of fiddle factor. I've been using this. This is an AM steel daisy chain, 1/8 inch AM steel daisy chain. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna pick one of the loops. I hope you can zoom into this. I'm gonna pick one of the loops and go through it. Bring that loop up. Bring it around. There. My weapon would normally go on this side with the hook. I've got this. Now what we're going to do, we're going to pull up our backpack here. Notice the knots that I tied in my pull-up rope. And the reason I got away from paracord, didn't have any notes in my paracord, any knots in my paracord, and it slipped up through my hand one day. Trust me, you won't do that more than once. Got that hooked up. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and get this pull-up rope, get out of the way. My son-in-law reminded me, but the truth is that you're supposed to be able to see blue really good. So we're going to get this up out of the way. Get it out of the way. Works every time, especially when you want to do a video, don't it? Always be aware of where your ropes are, what they might snag. If you saw that, it was trying to snag on that stick. It didn't pull it out. So now that's in there. Okay, so I'm in my saddle. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of my way. I'll just, they call it daisy chain. I'm not exactly sure. But it's just the loop within the loop within the loop. It will shorten this up and it will get this out of the way. I got a couple other things to. Got this. You got your, if you hunt in the South, you guys know what this is. That's your thermocell. You gotta have that.
Use it all year round.
Yep, you gotta have that thermocell, buddy. Because if you don't, you'll get eat alive. So we got a thermocell out. Got a couple things that kind of make my setup a little bit different, and I made it my own. First thing I got me a knee pad. Okay, I tried the knee pads that goes on your legs. This kitty couldn't get them to work for me. This is made out of two pieces of material. This piece, they're both foam, but this is very dense, very hard. It hardly bends at all. And then I got a layer of cushiony foam on top of it. A couple zip ties. I got a tie down cord, I guess you'd call it. I took the hooks, bent them out, sharpened them. I've used this for 3.5 seasons. I've never had it come off the tree. And this foam is stiff enough where it doesn't bend all the way around the tree. It gives a little bit. So when I put my knees into it, I still have pretty much a flat surface. And my knees, with knee pads, I'd have them on, and my knees would try to slide around the tree like this, so the knee pads would fold inside upon themselves. I'd tighten them up, but then it'd cut circulation off my leg. As you can tell by the video, I'm a larger person. When we were kids, our mom used to call us hefty. Yeah, or husky. That's me. So, but this works really good. Works really good. Let me get this off real quick while I'm thinking about it. I am tied in. I am not going anywhere. Last thing on my in my pack, it's a homemade, they call them hip pinch eliminator. This is one I made, 1-inch dowel. What I'll do is I'll put it in my bridge, across my bridge. I'm good. I mean, I can turn all the way around. I'm all the way around like this. I'm all the way around like this. This thing doesn't come off. Another thing I like, it spreads the saddle out. Since I've lost the amount of weight I have, the saddle is not nearly a problem, but still it brings it out, and I like it because of this. Okay, this is my setup. This is what I do going into the woods. This setup is customized to me. Okay, your setup is going to be different. When you get into the hunting / saddle world, climbing trees or whatever, you're constantly changing. You're constantly trying to adapt. You're trying to make things, you want to make things lighter. You want to make things more compact. You want to make things with less fiddle factor. And so you're always changing. I mean, if something comes along down the road that's better than what I have, I'll go to it. And so, this is what I'm using. I've been hunting for, I think, 9 years. Started out on the ground, and then the person holding the camera right now, my son-in-law, he's the one who got me started back into hunting. Him and my other son-in-law, they both married my daughters, and they both hunt. They're really good hunters, better than me. But they got me started in it. And I started on the ground for a couple of seasons, and I got tired of getting busted. Tired of coming home and eating tag soup. And I started looking at saddle hunting. I'm one of the guys, if you're looking at this video, I'm one of the guys that was afraid, scared of heights, okay? And so, you know, back then I was a lot bigger, okay? Scared of heights, and I'm sitting there, and I was, what, 52, 53 when I started? I'm looking at that going, this is a young man's game. There's no way that an old guy like me can get up in a tree. I told my other son-in-law one time, he had a lock on about 20 feet up there, and I said, you're crazy. You're insane. There's no way I'm getting up in a tree like that. And here I am years later doing it myself. But this is you know, what I've been doing. This will be going into my 4th season of saddle hunting. I hunt almost exclusively public lands. Every once in a while I'll get a chance to sit on some private. Here's the thing about saddle hunting. Mobility. I tell you what happened. 2 seasons ago, I set up on some public land. You were allowed to bait. I had some small feeders out. I sat there, I think 6 times, way up in a tree. I never saw one animal. But down in the valley, about 100 yards away, down in this valley, 3 times I got blown at. So here it starts gun season. I hunt from saddle with a gun too. Gun season starts, and I'm wondering, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? I'm going down that valley. Because I'm mobile, because I'm able to move around and go from tree to tree, you're not locked into position. Well, I've invested so much time, and I put that stand up, and I can't leave those stands. And the whole season, you watch that deer 60 yards out, and you never get a shot with your bow. And you kick yourself, and you say, well, next year I'm going to set up over there. Get you a mobile setup where you can move over there and shoot that big buck. But that's what I did. I moved down in that valley, and that morning I filled the rest of my tag. I shot 3 deer within 10 minutes. That's a whole nother story. But I mean, being mobile is great. Work on your setup. Work on what works for you, what you can afford. There's a lot of stuff you can DIY. 2 things I say before I close. You know, if you got questions or comments or anything like this on the video, you know, please put them down below. You know, whether they're good comments or bad comments, I don't care. All right, put me some comments down there. Tell me what you think. I hope I've answered some questions, given you some solutions. But here's 2 words of advice I'd give you. Number 1, practice with your gear and learn to trust your gear. Learn to trust your gear. This gear is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. This is synthetic winch cable. This is ham steel. It's not going to break on you guys. You bigger guys, it will hold you. But learn to trust your gear. Practice. And then the last thing I would say is just go out there and have fun. Just go out there and enjoy yourself. And I'll get up in a tree like this and I'll just relax. You know, you'd be surprised by the time you've done this a few times, you'll get up in the tree and those fear of heights, they're gone. So you realize you're tied in. You can't go anywhere. Yeah. You're going to enjoy yourself. So anyway, I hope you like the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more videos coming. There's a lot of information. A lot of entertainment coming your way. And so check us out. And different, we've got Facebook, I think YouTube, of course, and in the other social medias. Check us out and give us a holler.